What's up, YouTube? Timus here. Here is my opening slash streaming segment where I talk about the films and series that are coming out this week, whether they be their streaming, etc. Alright, the wide release films we have out this week. We have, of course, got The Running Man. Now, of course, The Running Man is, based on the Stephen King's book, and obviously there was the Arnold Schwarzenegger film. Now, this one, of course, stars the likes of Glenn Powell, Josh Brolin, some William H. Macy's in this one, and it does look pretty fun. Looks entertaining. If you guys don't know much about the story, it's about deadly competition where contestants known as runners must survive 30 days while being hunted by professionals. And yeah, the movie does look pretty fun. Directed by Edgar Wright. I'm definitely looking forward to this. All right, also out, we got Now You See Me, Now You Don't. Now, I enjoyed the first Now You See Me. That was actually pretty fun. More better than Heading Attention Bang. But then they did the second one. Wasn't so good. So I don't have too much high hopes for this new one. I admit, the trailers actually does look pretty fun. Of course, this time around you got the Four Horsemen and a new generation of illusionists. Try to, bring down like a whole worldwide criminal network. Of course, you got like Jesse Eisenberg, Woody Harrelson. Who else is in this one? Oh yeah, Isaac Fisher. You got some really good cast members in this one. It does look pretty fun. I mean, hopefully it's better than the last one, but we'll see. Alright, also out, we got Keeper, starring Tata Mazzani, and directed by Oz Perkins, who just put out The Monkey. A wife becomes isolated in a secluded cabin and has to fend off a unsqueezable evil. And this does look pretty, creepy. Although I can't really say I'm cheeks. Like the trailer didn't really do much for me, but it does look okay. It does look pretty creepy. Hopefully, it is a good one, but we'll see. All right, now on streaming front, we got a couple of stuff coming to Netflix this week. We got Left-Handed Girl coming to Netflix, where a single mother and her two daughters arrive in Tapai to open a small restaurant in the head of a night market of Tanaway capital. Each of them must find a way to adapt. It'll be interesting. We also got the Richard Linklater film Nouvelle Vogue, starring Zoe Deutsch, and it's Richard Linklater's playful, potent love letter to cinema reimagines the making of Jean Luc Godard's revolutionary new wave classic Breathless. And I do like the black and white aspects, the 1950s setting, Hollywood setting. It does look really interesting to check out, so I'm interested to see that one. We also got the Eddie Murphy documentary called Being Eddie. Of course, about like Eddie Murphy's life, career. This does look really interesting. I'm always a fan of Eddie Murphy, so anytime Eddie's just the man. So I'm definitely looking forward to see this one here. We also on Netflix we got In Your Dreams, which is an animated film where Stevie and her little brother journey into a wildly absurd landscape in her own dreams to ask the Sandman to grant three wishes for the perfect family. I mean, it does look interesting here. The animation looks pretty decent. You got some voice talents like, Craig Robinson, Simu Liu. It does look like it'd be interesting to check out, so hopefully that's a good one. Alright. Okay, we also got on Netflix. We also got A Merry Little Xmas, which is a new Christmas, like a new Christmas film here, starring Alicia Silverstone, Oliver Hudson, Melissa Joan Hart, Pierce Fode, and it's where like all Kate and Everett wants is Christmas. All they want for Christmas is an incapable divorce and one last holiday as a family, but new flames and old feelings complicate their plans. And the trailer looks okay. I mean, Alicia Silverstone is always great. Looks like to be interesting, so hopefully that's a good one. We also got another Christmas film coming this week on Disney Plus, A Very Jonas Christmas, which is of course where the Jonas Brothers struggle to make to New York to spend Christmas with their families. And this actually does look pretty fun. It does look entertaining here. I've always liked the Jonas Brothers, and I'm always a sucker for the Christmas genre, so I'll definitely give that one a go. Alright, on Amazon, we got Playdate, which stars Kevin James and Alan Richardson. After an afternoon playdate between two stay-at-home dads, it turns into a high-stake chaos. And this actually does look pretty fun. You know, you got Alan Richardson teaming up with Kevin James. That's a team up I never expected. Does look like it'd be pretty entertaining. So, hopefully it's a good one. We'll see. All right, also out, we got film called "Come See Me in a Good Night." You know, come to Appa. Facing facing the dinos, two poet lovers embark on a potent yet unexpectedly humorous exploration of love, morality, and life's moments. That'll be interesting there. Now other films coming out this week. We got the movie Trap House starring Dave Bautista, and this is like, let's say, Sicario meets Spy Kids in a weird way. Where a game of cat and mouse ensues when an undercover DEA agent and his partner learns that their town teenage kids are using top secret tactics and intelligence to steal from a dangerous cartel. And this does look like be pretty fun to check out. You know, you got Dave Bautista, who's always good, so I don't know, it could be interesting. All right, also out, we got a film called King Ivory, which stars James Badge Dale and Ben Foster, and the late actor Graham Greene in his final film. It presents as an presenting exposed on fentanyl trafficking and its efforts on all walks of life, drawing an extensive research and law enforcement, gangs, inmates, migrants, and addicts. Does look pretty fun here, so hopefully that's a good one. We also got a horror film titled "The Things You Kill," which follows a university professor who is haunted by a suspicious death of his ailing mother and choruses his legitimate gardener to execute a cold-blooded act of vengeance. As long as long buried family secrets resurface, the police frightened their news, and Douse begins avoiding consciousness here. I don't know, could be okay, I guess. All right. Also, out this week, we got the film Eternity, which stars Miles Teller and Elizabeth Olsen. Now, in it, it follows a woman played by Olsen, who must choose between two men with whom to spend eternity in the afterlife. And this does look interesting. You know, you got Miles Teller, Elizabeth Olsen's always good. I mean, an interesting little premise here. I think this could be interesting to check out. All right, we also got a film called Bunny, where two best friends rallied the neighbors of the tenement building to help them hide a dead body and get through the night. That could be pretty fun to check out. We got a new anime film titled Arco, which is it's pretty much like a anime film that is actually getting a couple of Oscar buzz here for best, like possibly for best anime feature here. It takes place in 2075, where a 10-year-old named Iris sees a mysterious kid dressed in a rainbow jumpsuit falling from the sky. The boy here is named Arco. And it features an interesting U.S. like English dub voice cast. You got the likes of Will Ferrell, Natalie Portman, Mark Ruffalo, Andy Samberg, Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. This does look pretty interesting here. The animation looks pretty decent. You know, it is from Neon, so that could be cool. So I don't know. Hopefully that's a good one. All right, we also got another film from Neon called Sarat, which it follows Luis, played by Sergio Lopez, a father in search of his missing daughter in the deserts of a southern Morocco. I think I pronounced that right. Except for Lopez, the rest of the cast is actually formed with non-professional actors. Okay, that could be interesting, I guess. We also got the film Muzzle City of Wolves, the follow-up to the Aaron Eckhart classic Muzzle, which I don't think anyone ever even heard of. But armed with a new canine partner, a man seeks justice after a gang of thugs brutally attacks his family. And this is probably gonna be terrible. So yeah, I don't even think I've even seen the first film. I mean, it's on Hulu, so maybe I'll give it a go. But all right. Also, we got a film called Topo Wingo, When an oddball mailroom worker finds out that his boss's son is being bullied, he forms a ragtag team of world would-be mercenaries to protect the kid. It does star Napoleon Dynamite star John Heder. Could be pretty fun there, so hopefully that could be a good one. We also got a film called Escobar. Avi Haddad, Miami's Prince of Crime, leads to a new Colombia to find Escobar's buried fortune. Haunted by past seekers, face tensions rise. Arthur's lawyers, Sandy joins after a murder about but her secrets may be deadlier than the jungle itself. Okay, that could be interesting. We got something called Deadly Vows. What's the story about? Inspired by true events, a brilliant doctor's picture perfect life in LA, it shatters when a charming husband spirals into obsession and violence. That could be interesting there. We also got a film called Murder in the Embassy, which stars Misha Barton, and it takes place in 1934, where private detective Miranda Green leaves England for Egypt. She must investigate a murder perpetrated in a supposedly volatile place, a British embassy in Cairo, when a top secret document was stolen at the same night. And I saw the brief for this. Doesn't look all that good, so can't. Probably not gonna see that one. We also got a film called Bull Run, which stars Tom Blythe, of course, from the recent Hunger Games film here. In it, Bobby Sanders, played by Tom Blythe, a hustling, fast talking ex pro jockey player turns junior banker, navigates a quirky and somewhat surreal world in high finance as he confronts life's meaning within his guy. I know that could be interesting. I mean, I do like Tom Blythe. I think he is a I don't know. I think Tom Blythe is an interesting actor. So I don't know. Hopefully that's a good one, but we'll see. We also I forgot to write this down, but we also got a film coming out called Waste Man. I can't believe I forgot to write it down though. But it stars David Johnson, and it is a British film that also stars Tom Blythe. In it, it follows a parolee, Taylor, played by David Johnson, whose fresh start hopes are jeopardized by his cellmates Dee's arrival. Could be pretty fun there. I mean, David Johnson, coming off of Ayla Romulus and most recent The Long Walk, he is a pretty cool actor, so he's definitely someone to keep your eye out for. All right. We also got Rebuilding coming out this week. Rebuilding stars Josh O'Connor, and it's an interesting premise here. After wildfires take his ranch, Cowboy Dusty, played by Josh O'Connor, winds up in an FEMA camp, finding community with others who lost homes, including his daughter and ex-wife. Yeah, this does look pretty interesting here. Josh O'Connor is, pretty a pretty decent, actor here. It is also directed by Max Walker Silverman, who directed this nice little movie from 2022 called Love Song. So I'm interested to see his next project here. Does look pretty interesting, so hopefully that's a good one. Alright, now on the TV front, we got Sesame Street on Netflix, which just premiered. I mean, if you guys haven't seen the funny, little Netflix thing with Sesame Street where, the Sesame Street characters are auditioning for, Netflix shows like Stranger Things, Squid Game, and stuff. I mean, Elmo's actually dressed up as Monkey D from One Piece. Do yourself a favor, give it a go. It's really hilarious. I mean, really classy. Sesame Street is safe. Especially with PBS getting the funding and whatever. So pretty cool. Say at least there. All right, we also got Palm Royale, season 2 comes to Apple with Kristen Wiig. That should be interesting. We also got The Beast and Me, starring Claire Danes and Matthew Rhys, where author Aggie Wiggs has receded from public since the death of her young son, unable to write. It goes with her former self, and she finds an unlikely subject in a new book. Um, and the house next door brought to by Nile Jarvis. This does look interesting. You know, you got Claire Danes, who's always great. Matthew Reese is a pretty cool actor, so that could be interesting. We also got the return of the sequelized Mormon Wives, which I could care two squats about. On Amazon, now of course that comes to Hulu for anyone who's even interested. We also got Malice, which stars, of course, a new Amazon series. It stars Jack Whitehall and David Duchovny. A male nanny commences work for a wealthy family, but his intentions may not be pure. That does look intriguing. You know, Whitehall is a pretty funny guy. David Duchovny is always good, so I don't know. Hopefully that's a good one, but we'll see. Last but not least, we got Landman season 2 comes to Paramount Plus, which I really quite liked the first season. So that was of course one of my favorite shows of last year. So I'm definitely excited for the next season here. You got Sam Elliott coming on board. I'm definitely looking forward to see where they're gonna take this new season. So hopefully, it is a good one. Now I have been, of course, watching Tulsa King season 3, which is okay, but I admit season 3 is a little step down from the first two seasons, but it's okay, really. Um, but hey, Landman, I'm definitely excited for. Hopefully, season 2 will be as good. Anyway, that's pretty much it there. Let me let you guys. Which of these films or series are you excited for? Are you excited for Running Man? Now You See Me, Now You Don't. Norville, Vogue. I don't know, Mormon Wives, etc. Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Tim